morning. Welcome to bright and sunshiny Winnipeg. Getting a later start, aren't we? Quite a bit of a later start. We've already had a sort of a sunrise. The walkers have come by already, a long time ago. And I was out when my neighbor came by with Missy the dog, or maybe I should say when Missy the dog came over bringing her human. Yeah. Anyway, we were talking, and we're talking about the weather is going to be bad this afternoon, maybe. Yeah, they're predicting thunder showers later today in the afternoon. It's usually in the afternoon when I like to go out on the motorcycle. So I thought I better get out and do that this morning, which I did. I wasn't out very long. I'm guessing maybe only 25 minutes. I didn't time it. I should time it. There's a little timer on my speedometer there, but I think it said something like 20 minutes or 25 minutes when I was coming back. So anyway, it doesn't matter. I went to the old neighborhood, drove by my old house where we lived from 1965 through to 1973. Yeah, that was the last place that you might say was, you would call the family home, when the family was all together, as small as it was. There's just me and my brother and Mom and Dad. And in 1973, Mom and Dad moved into an apartment. My brother and I moved into our own places, and that was the end of the, I guess, family life. But you know when you're living there back in the 60s, I thought life was going to be like that forever. No, it's not, is it? Yeah. Well, it's been okay. Now, what can we do here today? When we left off yesterday, we were going to glue these pieces together at right angles. I think what we should do is recompose and do that. Otherwise, I'm not going to have anything on the model ship today. This model ship related, that is. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Missy the dog coming by, usually I grab my GoPro. Oh yeah, I was going to say I'm not sure where it is. It's still attached to my motorcycle helmet right now. Okay, so anyway, usually I grab it off the table and I go running out and, I do the Missy thing. It's not going to happen today. I didn't take the GoPro, so yeah, well, that's okay. But I'll tell you what did happen. She did not eat her dog cookie. The dog cookie is still, as far as I know, laying outside on the front patio. I know it was there about half an hour ago because I had to move it so that when I backed the motorcycle out of the bike box, I didn't accidentally run over it. It's probably still there, unless the crow came by and got it. The crows have come by and got Missy's dog cookies if she doesn't eat them right away. Oh my goodness, more information than you need again. Let's recompose here and glue this up. It's getting warm in here. What is the temperature? Indoor temperature? No, it's only 25.7. That's not bad. And it's it's 25 on this one, 25.9 on this one. Yeah, if I want to talk about how hot it is, we'll go by this one. It's 0.2 of a degree hotter. I think I'm going to open my front windows and let a breeze through. Yeah, well, then we'll glue this up. We will actually glue this up. Okay. So I think what we want to do here is lay these out in the same orientation as they are on the manual. At first I thought this was sort of a partition, but I'm thinking now maybe it isn't. Now this piece here, it looks like it could go two different ways and both be right, except that it's possible that this is not square. So let's just check that just for the fun of it here. No, actually it is. Oh no, it's a little narrower this way than it is this way. Maybe a millimeter. Okay, so if we lay this, we can either have it lay it like this, and it's right, or we can flip it over on it the other way and go like this. But no, that's not right. Like this. But maybe. Okay, this tab doesn't seem to want to fit in there too good. Let's try it the other way. And okay, I think maybe that's how it's supposed to go, because or something to point with here. Okay, I think that this edge, that bottom edge that I'm touching right here, obviously this piece gets plugged into something. I think it should be on the same plane as this piece right here. And if I take and turn this and put it the other way, that may not happen. Yeah, and you can see that this tab is longer. Okay, so this is clearly the way it has to go. And this tab here plugs into part of the deck, and we're going to want to adjust everything so that it's going to be square. I'm going to recompose here and set up. And if you remember the last time I did something like this, I ended up gluing the square a little bit to the part. So this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a different kind of jig. Now, because there's detailing that's proud of the surface of this bottom side of this, which is, it's going to become the bottom, it's going to be kind of hard to get it to be perfectly horizontal. Okay, so my problem is generally when I do something like this, I'll have it straight. I'll apply the glue, and the glue will dissolve everything, and it will slump one way or the other. So that's the whole idea. So what I'm going to try to do here is something like this, and try and get it straight so that once I put the glue in, it's going to basically stay in that position. I'm going to have to, obviously going to have to move this a little bit this way. Right now I'm looking in the monitor because, as I've said so many times before, you can see this better than I can. So yeah, this just doesn't want to stay flat, and I can't glue it the other way. It'd be nice if I could glue it the other way because it is flat the other way. But we've got this, I guess it's some kind of a door or something. Okay. I wonder if I was to put a piece of tape. Let's see if I hold this down. No, that what's happening is there's a little bit of a little doorknob or something on the other side there, and that's causing it to not want to sit flat. I'm going to just push stop and think about this a bit here. Okay, so now let me zoom in a bit here. If I'm very careful when I apply the glue, this should stay at right angles and not slump over. At least that's the plan. Oh, and I did bump it. Let's see, is it still square? pretty good. Okay, that should wick its way along. And we'll very carefully put that somewhere and let it dry. Yeah. Okay, you get the idea. Now, I just know that somebody's getting all ready to type in, Ron, you over-engineer stuff. But you know, over-engineering is kind of fun. At least I think it is. Remember yesterday I said that I was going to get a coffee visitor at 1:45 in the afternoon? Well, I did. It was my son. He comes over quite often on pizza day. And I really appreciate it. He doesn't come over for pizza. He comes over to visit his old dad. Anyway, so I'm making small talk, and I'm talking about the fact that my computer in my car was acting up, and it gave me 4 error messages, I guess you'd call them, all at the same time. So I was pretty sure it was the computer. And then I relayed to him the story about how one time we had problems with the dash lights on a bus, and the driver disconnected the battery, and when he connected it back up, the problem was solved. And this was on a bus, which is a lot more complicated than a car, in a way. So anyway, he says, well, if you've got a 10mm wrench, I can disconnect it for you. So, well, out we go. And he disconnects the battery. We come back in and have some more coffee, and then about 20 minutes later, we go back out, connect it back up, turn the key on. Everything's back to normal. So now I've got you might say, a brand new old car. Yeah, it's 7 years old this month. But I should go check the mileage. I think there's got to be less than 5,000 kilometers on it, like 3,000 miles. So I've got a brand new old car again. Yeah, everything's back to normal. We took it out on the cheap Peguis Trail where we could get up a little bit of speed and try out the cruise control. Everything's back to just like brand new again. So I just thought I'd pass that on. And actually, he had a similar problem with his car, and he's got a Subaru Forester like mine, and but it's a little older. And when his battery was giving out, when they put the new battery in, his error messages disappeared. So it's yeah, I'm going to get a new battery. My battery's 7 years old now, plus whatever the car was before after it was manufactured. I think my car was actually manufactured about 2 months before I actually bought it. Yeah, when I bought it, I think it had something like 3 or 4 kilometers on it, and that was it. Anyway, just thought you'd like to know that. Okay, I'm sitting in front of my computer right now, and my clock on the wall just above the screen says 1:45 in the afternoon. Now, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I get a coffee visitor, so yeah, I gotta wind her up pretty quick anyway. I was gonna drag my camera back to the model table and do my closing remarks and say see you tomorrow and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, I don't know. It got really hot in the house here, and I went and I turned my air conditioner on for the first time this year, so maybe the heat is getting to me. Anyway. Thanks for watching, everybody, and all being well, we're gonna see you tomorrow.